Well, hello, it's Patricia Warby of Alchemy Therapies, and I wanted just to record a little bit about the Reset program. Now, hopefully, some of you will have seen my presentation from survival mode to inner ease. And the reason I uh, set this whole course up really was about moving people from a state of being subject to past programming and not really in control of their emotional responses and not living the life they want to for various reasons, whether that's emotional or physical, because we often see that emotions lie at the heart actually of physical symptoms. And this is a relatively new understanding. It's really in only the last 5 to 10 years that's really been accepted. And that's really not to say that you're making up the symptoms, but that emotions have a really crucial role in physiological regulation. And I don't have time in regular therapy sessions to really put over this information, but I think information is power. Information put together in action is even more powerful. And so the reset program was designed really to move you from a state of being stuck to being empowered, and to support the program, the emotional audit program, which takes you through all of the understandings of the last 10, 15 years, from neuroplasticity to the idea of the mind-body connection to how your nervous system is set up over evolution and over time. And then it empowers you through teaching you some of the tools and techniques that you can use at home with no expensive equipment, because my idea is that everything should be doable without further outlay. That there are many, many things you can do to come into neurological regulation. And it's not about a quick fix, and it's not about thinking, it's not about willpower. It's about allowing yourself to feel in safe connection. And in order to facilitate that, I also offer 7 sessions with me. And that's for this time only. It's going to be a group program from then on, where you'll get to ask me your questions about some of the material that you've experienced going through. And we'll focus a little in detail on your experience and what might be in the way for you. And so it's not like a regular therapy session. Really wanted to make that clear. In regular therapy, you basically go through a history taking, and you take certain events of your life and so on and so forth, and you work through whatever's come up for that person that triggers them back to a state of disempowerment and a childhood state of reactivity. And you try and deal with that in certain ways. It shares some of the same elements. It's going to be with me, it's going to be connecting with me, but we're going to go deep really into what's come up for you from going through the program. And then if anything does come up for you that feels like it's in the way of your healing, you and I can work together, because I can help stabilize your nervous system to hopefully reveal what lies underneath, which is the real you, what Carl Jung used to call the true self, because what's in the way is the programming. And so the course and the sessions together are there to support you in making the leap forward that maybe you've been wanting for years and years and years, and have never had the courage or the tools or the understanding to make, because you thought it was a purely physical condition and that you needed certain miracles to happen. But you don't. Everybody has this ability within them to heal, but you need to access the feeling state rather than the thinking. And so that's what it's all about. That's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to share my screen just briefly, because I want you to know a little bit more about what I'm offering here. If I do that now, and I go to, okay. Now, in the last recording I did, now there was a horrible mix-up, and I really, really apologize for that. There was a horrible mix-up with our marketing system, and because it was my fault, I changed it at the last minute to Zoom because I wanted to be able to record, but unfortunately the amendment we made to the automated email didn't save. And so some of you were waiting for me on Teams, and I really apologize for that. I don't like wasting anyone's time. It's horrible. But I did cover some of the obvious questions about why the cost, why we priced it the way we have. So I'll refer you to that. That it's on this link here, which you can have a look at, and we'll also send that out to those of you who want it. You can find it actually in my YouTube channel. It's on my YouTube channel. So I went through some of the questions that had come in by email. One of them, by the way, that came in subsequently was, will there be certification? Now, the course is not a professional course. You must understand this is personal development, and I am not able to ratify or accredit this course. I don't have that facility. However, there will be obviously a certificate of completion, which may or may not enable you to add to your CPD. I can't guarantee that, but it's obviously it's a course that I've designed for personal development. So that's really important for you to understand. But there is a certificate that you'll get at the end. There's also the results. It tracks you right through. You'll get, plenty of downloadable materials, as I said, because, I wanted you to be empowered. So that's going to be a big factor, I think, for some people. I went through, now obviously the nervous system reset is a very new program, and I don't therefore have testimonials for this, but I do have testimonials of people who've been through the original training course and have worked with me, and that's Julie, and I went through that in detail, how she came through. She really has made a fantastic recovery from something that's considered unrecoverable, incurable, if you like. Chronic fatigue syndrome is considered something that you don't recover from. And I'm here to tell you, you can recover, you can. I've done it, she's done it, hundreds of people have done it. But we do have a real problem in the health sector at the moment, where we cannot say recovery. We cannot even say the word recovery. We're not allowed to, because it's considered false or mis-selling. Because the NHS view in the UK, that's our health system, regards it as a lifelong condition. Julie very kindly recorded a video for me, and we had a conversation, basically. So you can see she's a real person. This isn't a stock photo. I haven't invented her for marketing purposes. She's fully real, and talking about her experience of working with me and doing the audit. I also have somebody who did the first emotional audit, which is the course that's bundled in with the nervous system reset. And her whole journey through, you can follow it from initially why she signed up, the first module, right through to the last module, and what she learned overall. And each video is linked. And again, that's on my YouTube channel. And it's very powerful. It's very moving. I'm so grateful to Justine for doing that for me. And so we have basically, we're going to be closing registration today, the end of today. For any of you who want to take part, I do have a special offer today, which is that if you join today, not only do I give you a discount, which I announced before, but we give you free community session membership for a year. Community sessions are an informal discussion group that I run monthly. So this is contact with me. We get people who are going through their own journeys in whatever level. They're either working with me, they've worked with me in the past, or they're just interested. There's no requirement to be working with me to join the group. In fact, it's open to all. We're here to support people in this new mind-body connection, understanding this kind of the nervous system being so integral to our well-being. And I do a little presentation of usually 4 to 6 slides, sometimes more, but usually 20 to 25 minutes, which I record. And then we come together and we have a discussion, and that's not recorded because obviously I want people to be able to share without fear of it being distributed anywhere. So basically anybody who signs up for my community sessions, these are normally a monthly payment, ad hoc, as and when you come in. If you want to join in, you come in, you pay. It's the first Wednesday of every month and 4 p.m. UK time. And there's obviously no obligation to share. It's just a way of meeting other like-minded people, hearing their journey, what they've got to say. I find connection is such a big part of healing. And so I encourage sharing, but And certainly I will talk a little about my own experience as well, because I've come through the same journey as you have. And so if anybody wants to take part in that, sign up today and you'll get free membership for a year. And obviously that means calendar year. It basically, if you choose not to take it up, it won't be extended beyond the calendar year, because it's too complicated to keep track of. But from July to July 25 to July 26, you'll have a link to join in if you wish to. As you know, you can also find me on alchemytherapies.co.uk, where you can find out a lot of my other resources, and you can download my free ebook, Hidden Trauma, as well. And, do check out my books. I've got plenty of them. And I'm going to stop the share there and encourage you, please, if you're interested in coming through to a state of thrival rather than one of survival, then I think it's time. And I'd love to see you there. All right, I'm going to stop recording now and see you there.